Hey everyone, welcome to Apocalypse Movies and welcome to our 2018 overall lists. We have our overall movie list as well as our geek list. And the way this point system works for us and how we come to a consensus list here at Apocalypse, we rank our personal lists. All right, we do the top 10 as well as a couple honorable mentions specifically for the geek because there are 12 of those. And we do a point system, right? And number one gets 10 or 12 points and the bottom one gets 1 point. And it kind of evens out from there. We add them up and we get our overall list at the end of the year. The following video, you will be able to see what our consensus list is, and the coming days will show our individual lists, and you're kind of going to see how they add up and what movies made it and what movies didn't. So we hope you really enjoy this. We had fun doing this, and head down in the comments, let us know what you think of our overall list once you're able to watch this and kind of check it out. Again, thank you and enjoy.
Coming in at number 10 is Love, Simon. Love, Simon was a huge surprise for a lot of people this year. I personally wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. I am a sucker for a movie where you are trying to figure out who's who, who's the love interest or whatever. So this movie was right up my alley. It also told a really good coming-of-age story. It was really heartfelt. I know a lot of people really did enjoy this movie. The cast was fantastic in the movie. It was literally, there was no weakness as far as cast whatsoever. But yeah, great movie, deserving to be in the top 10 in my opinion. And coming in at number 10, Love, Simon.
So A Simple Favor is number 9 on our list. I am so glad it made the list, and considering our group, I think that's a good spot, and it's mostly because of me, because I had it so high on my personal list. This movie is right up my alley. I love crime thrillers. It's a very unique film in its own right. I'm a huge Anna Kendrick fan. I love Paul Feig, and this is probably arguably my favorite film of his. I also love Spy. But just a perfect mixture of directing, of talent, of comedy and dark stuff, and just a lot of twists and turns. And it's just a movie that's right up my alley, right in the like Gone Girl type genre. So I'm so glad A Simple Favor made our number 9 spot.
Number 8 on our overall list for 2018 is First Man, the Damien Chazelle Apollo 11 film that's starring Ryan Gosling and Claire Foy as Neil Armstrong and Janet Armstrong. I absolutely adore this film. I'm actually the only one who had it on our list here at Apocalypse. I'm pretty much a Damien Chazelle fanboy. I love anything he has done over the last number of years. All of his films are absolutely remarkable, and this one is nothing short of greatness for me. The performance from Ryan Gosling is fantastic. Claire Foy did an absolutely incredible job opposite of Gosling, and then Chazelle crafted a story that a lot of people complained that was too slow and didn't show enough of the mission. You have to remember this movie is called First Man, and so it did its job as a film, as what it was supposed to be. It's absolutely remarkable. I'm very, very happy that it made it on our list. Number 8, First Man for 2018.
Okay, so number 7 on our list for the top movies of the year, Into the Spiderverse from Sony Pictures, and it's easily the best animated superhero movie I think we've seen in a long time, if not ever. 7, a little bit lower on his list than I would like. I just saw it again for the second time last night, and man, this movie is even better the second time that I saw it. Great voiceover work by all the actors. Haley Steinfeld as Spider-Girl, Spider-Gwen, of course, Shamik Moore, Miles Morales, the new Spider-Man, fan favorite character that we've been waiting to see for a long time on the big screen. He was teased in this Spider-Man Homecoming, and whether or not we see him in live action remains to be seen, but we got this animated Spider-Verse, and it is great. Jake Johnson plays Peter Parker, one version of Peter Parker, and he definitely delivers. He's old, he's tired, but he's still a capable Spider-Man. All the action is stellar. It's some of the best animation I've ever seen. Great story, well-told story, heartfelt, funny, it's scary at times. This movie has everything. It's easily one of the best movies of the year. Didn't know what to expect going in, but Into the Spider-Verse, number 7 on our list. I think should be a little bit higher, but listen, it's one of the best movies you'll see this year. We at Apocalypse Movies, we definitely loved it. And check it out if you haven't seen it. Into the Spider-Verse, number 7 on our list.
Yes, a Star Wars movie makes our list this year. Solo, a Star Wars story. Surprisingly, I love this movie. I really do. And it has a lot of mixed reactions, probably more positive than The Last Jedi got last year, but nobody extremely loves it and nobody hates it. It's kind of, everyone's in that middle ground for the most part. But for us and our team, we really liked it. We're huge Star Wars fans, and I just think the quality of the film, regardless of whether we needed the film or not, or its box office performance, the quality of the film was really good. And despite it not being Harrison Ford and it being another actor, I think just it being a really good film is what got it to this spot on our list. So I'm really, really glad it made it.
Number 5 on our overall list for the year is going to be Creed 2. Now, this may be a surprise to a lot of people. I mean, quite honestly, it's a surprise to us as well how much we actually love this film, because Ryan Coogler didn't come back and direct it. Stephen Caple Jr. did, and he did an absolutely fantastic job directing the story that was carried over from Creed, but also Rocky 4, which brought back the Dragos and brought up the intensity with father and son. You have Rocky and Adonis going head-to-head. The story, the ups and downs that it put Adonis through. You have Michael B. Jordan, who plays this character absolutely perfectly. Tessa Thompson, opposite of him, is just as great. And obviously the great Sylvester Stallone. Great action inside the ring. You have great training montages. The story, I mean, the music is remarkable as well. And so there's so many things to love about Creed 2, which is very much a surprise to us. But we absolutely loved it. Obviously, it's number 5 on our list, and it deserves that number 5 spot in 2018.
Coming in at number 4 is Black Panther. I mean, it's hard to believe this movie isn't even a year old yet. It was one of the biggest surprises, I think, maybe in the whole entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, maybe even in movies for the last couple of years. The movie made almost like $1.3 billion. It had one of the strongest casts I can remember in a long time. There was literally, you had Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther, you had Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger, maybe one of the top 3 best Marvel villains of all time. You get to explore this made up but amazingly awesome country of Wakanda, and to the point where it's so believable that you almost feel like it's a real place. There was the return of Andy Serkis as Claw, and I mean, it just was fantastic. Supporting cast was fantastic. It's something that we're definitely going to look forward to moving forward, seeing the future of this franchise. I know a lot of people are excited for this, myself included. But for us, coming in at number 4, Black Panther.
So number 3, the big 3 on our list for the 2018 top movies of the year, A Quiet Place, directed by Jim from The Office, John Krasinski. His major directorial debut. I guess he directed a couple small indies before this, but this is the big one. It stars him and his wife, and it was a kind of a horror, thriller, suspense type of movie. It's very, very, very stressful, nerve-wracking movie for me. It's a great time at the theater. I absolutely love this movie, and this is another movie that has a little bit of everything. Some great moments of family tension, a lot of tension, but also some real togetherness, real tenderness between the family. It's real sadness too. And listen, it's the world where you saw it by now, everyone has to be quiet. They have to be quiet, or else these monsters that can hear just even the slightest little sound will come after you and just rip you to shreds, and it's pretty scary when it happens. Listen, this movie's so well done. The tension, like I said, was great, and some great ending. Kind of a weird, I don't want to say weird, Michael Bay style ending, but I like the ending. I like Emily Blunt, obviously John Krasinski's wife. She's great in it. All the performances from the kids are great. And listen, this is one of the best horror-ish type of movies you'll see. One of the best I've seen in a long time. So A Quiet Place, number 3, very well deserved on our list. Probably could have been anywhere. It could have been a little higher, but I think 3 is perfect for this. Quiet Place, number 3 on our list.
Mission Impossible Fallout, yet again, they knock it out of the park with this franchise. I did not think that after Ghost Protocol and Rogue Nation that they could arguably make a better film, but I think they did. This movie was number 2 on my personal list, and I teetered with it being number 1 for the longest time. It was challenging my number 1 film, and it ended up in my number 2 spot, and it was very high on a lot of our lists. We here love Mission Impossible Fallout. It is one of the best movies of the year, hands down. One of my favorite movies in the last couple years, and a great performance by Henry Cavill, and of course Tom Cruise brings it again. We freaking love Mission Impossible Fallout. That's why it is number 2 on our list.
Number 1 of the year, surprise, surprise, or to no surprise, we have Avengers Infinity War. Now, what can I say about this movie? This movie has everything. As 4 of us who have followed this universe from the very beginning, watching movie in, out, every single year, and being connected with these characters, it delivered in every aspect. We got to see all of these heroes, maybe not all at once, on screen in this movie. We had Thor and Rocket and Groot. We had Captain America with, in Wakanda. We had Tony Stark going to Titan with Doctor Strange and Spider-Man. There's so many things to love about it, but it also raised a lot of questions and anticipation for Avengers Endgame, which is exactly what we wanted. Obviously, you have Josh Brolin's Thanos as well, who absolutely crushed it and catapulted himself to not just one of the top 3 Marvel villains of all time, but comic book villains in general. That is absolutely crazy. So it comes to no surprise here at Apocalypse. It may not be a surprise to you as well. Avengers Infinity War, number 1 on our list for 2018. There it is, guys, our overall lists for 2018. We have our overall list and our geek list. Again, thank you guys for joining us on our list this year. We had a ton of fun putting these together. Obviously, with it being a consensus, there are some movies that a lot of us liked on there, some movies that a couple of us wanted to see on there, some of them missed that we wanted to, etc. But overall, we think it's a great list for each side, overall and geek. We really hope you enjoyed these videos as well. We had a good time putting them together, and we hope you come back for more. We are looking forward to doing our anticipation lists next week, which you'll be able to see which movies we're looking forward to in 2019 as well. So again, thank you for joining us here on Apocalypse Movies for our 2018 list. Make sure you head down in the comments, let us know what you think of them, as well as apocalypsemovies.com and this YouTube channel for everything in the world of movies. So again, I am Jake. Thank you for joining us on our Apocalypse Movies, and we'll see you guys next time.